Welcome to Dirty Fanatics United.
Falcon Nation, Falcon fans, you are listening to Dirty Fanatics United, episode 105, coming at you live tonight on a Friday at 8 o'clock. As always, I am your host, C-Money, a.k.a. DFU_ATL. Head over to YouTube, type that in, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, man. We're on the road to 1K. Appreciate everybody that has followed us, has liked, has left a comment throughout this journey. We greatly appreciate it. As always, I'm followed by my co-host, Mr. Philip, a.k.a. Avett. Cody, hashtag We Dat Keeler is here in the live with us, and Robert, hashtag Mega Biff is here talking Falcon football. Falcon friends, hit that like button. Leave a comment if you haven't already. Philip, what's going on, man? Major matchup in New Orleans. Defend the South, outrun the South, take whatever it takes to New Orleans and walk away with that W. Philip, big game Sunday, big sweep come Sunday. Philip, what's going on, man? How we feeling about this game?
Oh, man, I'm doing good today. I'm feeling really confident about this game. It seems like they're ready to just give up on everything and restart on everything, rebuild. Yes. You get that new little hype because you have like an intern coach and stuff like that. So they want to throw that, like, it seems like we don't know what they're going to throw at us, but I'm not worried. We're sitting at 4-0 in our division. Why not make it 5-0?
Why not us? The motto for this season.
Look, man, I'm feeling confident. I don't see why we cannot come in here and walk in their trap and take over their trap. You feel me? We're going to do a little
their trap and
why
take
not?
over their trap.
We can do it. We got to start now and take on with it.
The image was leaked today. The Kansas City Chiefs prediction with the Falcons in New Orleans at the Superdome. Philip, I think that would be everybody's Christmas list checked right off because the Falcons get their get back on the Kansas City Chiefs. They get their first ever ring in the Superdome in New Orleans, in your biggest rival opponent's stadium. So, Philip, this is an exciting season, and the Falcons have been playing exciting football. So, yes, I see exactly what you're speaking on about. Sunday, the Falcons can get it done, and we're going to talk about it here on the channel. So, Falcon fans, leave a comment. Let me know how you feel about this matchup Sunday. Is this a game that we're worried about? I've seen some Falcon fans say this could be the trap game of the season. I think that was the Seahawks game, but they say this could be the traps game of the season. The Seattle Seahawks did a pretty well, job of beating us. So I say that's the trap game. But some Falcon fans on social media say the Saints game after a fire of their head coach with the new interim head coach is the trap game of the season. Falcon fans, leave a comment. Let me know how you feel about this game. Cody, what's going on, man? EQRC is here in the chat. He says, hello, Falcon fans. EQ, hit that like button, brother. Glad to have you here tonight. Tag a Falcon friend if you haven't already. Leave a comment section down here. Let them know where to subscribe to DFU. Cody, what's going on, man? How we doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'll say it's been a good week of work after the Falcons took it to Dallas Cowboys. I've been riding on a high all week because of that. Been having a lot of fun. Man, I'm so ready for this game. I know there are Falcon fans saying that this is a trap game, but this is a division game, boys. And I tell you right now, our Falcons are not sleeping on New Orleans. They are not going to take this game lightly. I understand that they're 2-7. This isn't a trap game for our Atlanta Falcons. This is an NFC South division game. Our Falcons will not walk through this one. I agree with you, Chase. Seattle was our trap game. That was the game that we should have absolutely rolled into, and we came out slow. this is not going to be our trap game. That's already happened this season. I really feel like the Falcons are going to walk into New Orleans and just absolutely dog walk these punks. I don't care. They just shipped off Lattimore. They fired their head coach. Derek Carr is absolute garbage right now. Really the only thing, and I'll get to it later and we'll talk about Alvin Kamara and Taysom Hill. But, man, this is a game that the Falcons should go in and handle business.
Absolutely, Cody. Glad to have you here on the show tonight for episode 105. Man, hit that like button. Ring the bell if you guys haven't already. Always be in the front runner when DFU drops live content. Robert, what's going on, man? Another DFU faithful here. Another diehard co-host. Mega Biff, what's going on, brother? How you been doing? The Falcons flying high, baby. 6-3 since 2016. Your NFC South division leader sitting number 3 in the NFC playoff berth. Robert, what's going on, man? How we feeling?
Feeling good and feeling confident. I think the game against the Cowboys this past weekend was a statement game. We stayed balanced. We played well on both sides of the ball. Gave up that touchdown at the end of the game, but, turned out okay. I think we're going to be just fine. Like we've been saying, we can't sleep on the Saints. It's going to be in their house. They're always going to play us tough, but, yeah, this is a game that we should walk away with pretty easily.
Absolutely. Looking for – and you haven't forgot what they did to you in their home stadium the last time that you played them at home. Jameis Winston with the handoff. Even though the coach told them not to run the play, they still do it. So the hate is there, and the Falcons want to be sure they secure this dub. We have been doing nicely on the road, guys. The road game has been our advantage this season. So Falcons, please use it to your advantage. I still say your recipe to success is get Tyler Algier and Bijan Robinson started. Obviously, Tyler Algier with his breakout performances he has every season on the New Orleans Saints. You have to run Tyler Algier, get that started early. But we're going to break that down. Keys to victory. My guy Cody with a new segment here on the show. Keeler's Keys to Success coming up very shortly. Stay tuned for that. Hit a like, leave a comment. Robert's got a segment for tonight. And my guy, a.k.a. Mr. Avitz, headed on over there now, man. Put the seatbelt on because we strapping in. Let's go.
ATL, baby. We do my fault. New Orleans. We are now in your city.
New Orleans.
Only place you can get Avis Avenue, not on ESPN, but here on DFU.
Shit! Not the shot, Philip.
So
take
it there where you want. It doesn't matter. This is the only place you're getting it tonight, baby. But welcome. We're going to speak on the injury report. Returns everything, baby.
Philip, I didn't know you was going to turn Avis Avenue out of a whole shot diss track segment. Philip, that may go viral. Philip, what's going on, man? Talk to me. Avis Avenue, bro. What is the report here for today, brother?
Okay, so
only at
DFU. We're just gonna break it in for you. We have our final game/injury report of the week. We have J.D. Bertrand, who is still out with concussion and is out for the second week straight. We have Drake London, which is a hip, and Drew Dolman. They're both questionable for Sunday. Could be very likely, but also just depends on what Raheem wants to do and moving forward, and the health of the players. Then we have Grady Jarrett and Troy Anderson, and they both will play this Sunday against the New Orleans Saints. My fault, but yeah, that is the
very, very
of the
nice.
day, and let's bring them. Let's give them a show, baby.
It's lovely to see the fact that Troy Anderson is touching the field again against the team that he left it all out on the field against, the New Orleans Saints, where he takes the pick six to the house. Troy Anderson making a breakthrough game, that game against the Saints. Your biggest opponent of all season, the New Orleans Saints. Troy Anderson with a very big game that week. Drew Dolman, your starting center, a full participation is always lovely to see. Limited participation this week. Drake London, obviously, as Philip stated. Kyle Pitts with a hamstring. Chris Lindstrom knee. Grady Jarrett Achilles. But Raheem Morris told us today that he's feeling really good about the progress of Grady Jarrett's Achilles strain and Drake London's hip pointer, classifying them day to day. I think you didn't see Drake London practice yesterday, but that is because you're saving him for Sunday. You want to see Drake London Sunday before the game, how he's feeling. As EQRC here says, glad to see Troy is back. 3 Dirty said, we have to start fast, keep the crowd out of the game. A very big factor headed down to New Orleans. You got to keep the crowd out of it. 3 Dirty in the chat. Hit that like button, 3 Dirty. Glad to have you here tonight. Cody, you always bring the facts, man. You always do it pretty big time here with the channel. And that's the reason why we brought you over here to the podcast, because you always have keys to success, because you've hit a couple of times this season on keys to success of what you needed to do to break that point. That's why we bring this segment here to you from DFU called Killer Keys to the Game. Cody, break them down, man. Let them know how the Atlanta Falcons can sweep another NFC South opponent here Sunday in New Orleans at 1 o'clock. You're in their stadium. You sweep another NFC South division opponent, and you're looking at 7-3 on the season. Cody, how do you get there, brother? Killer keys to the game. Hit me up right here, Killer. Hit me up.
Yes, sir. I'll say, like Philip said, it's a segment you only see here on DFU, not on the Pat McAfee show. But no disrespect to Pat. But, yeah, only here on DFU you're going to get this. All right, keys to the game, boys. You hit on it earlier, Chase. Tyler Algier, every time he has played the New Orleans Saints, has absolutely killed them on the ground. Get Tyler the ball. That has been a key to the game for me for the last 3 weeks with Dallas's bad run defense, and then coming up against Tampa Bay again to really kind of wear that team out. It is going to be hugely important to have Tyler Algier touching the rock. I love Bijan, and Bijan's a great runner, and he definitely needs to be a factor in this game. But nobody has been a Saint killer quite like Tyler Algier. So give Tyler the ball. Mm-hmm. You get him involved early. You wear out that defense. You make Cam Jordan cry a little bit, and we're rolling on. I want to see him after the game crying on Twitter again.
But they deserve more.
Exactly, they deserve more. They deserve more Tyler pounding the rock on them. And that's what they're going to get this Sunday. Other keys to the game. The Saints just traded Lattimore over to the Commanders. Go up top quick and go up top early. Test that secondary now that they're out their best corner. Go over them with Mooney. Drake when he's in there. Find a way to find your matchup for the guy that has to replace Lattimore, because you know he's not been in there as much. So test their secondary early. This is going to be another one of those games where you can open up your run game by passing the ball. The other one is going to be protect Kirk Cousins. We've seen what Kirk Cousins has done when he's got time to throw the ball. If you watch when we play Dallas, he's getting time to go to his first read, second read, third read, fourth read, and get down the line, and he makes plays. Kirk Cousins right now is the mid-season comeback player of the year, and he will continue to look like that as long as you keep him upright. Keep Kurt upright. Give him time to spread the ball around. Give him time to get all of his looks in. Go test that secondary with Lattimore now as a commander, and give Tyler Algier the ball.
Absolutely. Cody's keys to success here, and you hit on some major points, brother. Another thing I would like to see, Cody, that you didn't hit on there, pass rush. Yep. You have got to get sacks. You have got to be able to build off of that 2-sack game from last week.
Yes, sir.
Come in this building, show these fans that you can get sacks. Show these fans that when we make this playoff run, you got a defense that can make sacks. Because, guys, I checked the rankings today. This defense doesn't rank bad. We're not getting the sacks, of course, but this defense ranking very, very close to a top 10 defense again this season. So the Falcons have a good secondary of defense. If the D-line can figure out how to get there, whatever that may be, if you can get to the quarterback, this defense can be very dangerous. Philip, we'll start with you and then go down to Mr. Robert. You obviously heard Cody's keys to success here Sunday. What do you think maybe is your key to success Sunday to stop these Saints and come away and give them another, I think this will be their 8th L in a row if you beat them Sunday. Your 3rd W in a row. So can you get back on that winning track of 3 dubs? You've done it once this season. Can you do it again here against a divisional opponent? Philip, keys to success.
Cody hit it on the point. You run the rock on them. It doesn't matter whether it's Tyler Algier or it's Bijan Robinson. You run the rock and run it down their throat. Don't let up neither. I don't want to see prevent anything. You run it down their throat. They're looking a little weak right now. They want to spoil your game, but listen, you keep playing you do you, and don't let up on them. You continue to run it down their throat to the point where it allows the pass game to open up, whether it's Kyle Pitts, Drake London, if he plays, or Darnell Mooney, Cordero Hodge, or even Ray McLeod, or the two backs in the backfield. Then that's them two things are major. And then on the defensive side of the ball, we're gonna have to put pressure on a quarterback that cannot run or get away like most quarterbacks we have played this past season. You scramble him up a little bit, rattle him, and he's done for. He's been playing bad the past few games that he's came back, and
Jesse
honestly,
Bates has been their kryptonite when it comes to turnovers.
Yes.
His tenure here in Atlanta.
He's gonna have to be another factor in this game. And I've seen a thing where it said argued who's like the best players. He's one of the ones that's tied for me on this team at the moment. He's gonna have to be a big factor in this game come Sunday.
Absolutely. Making big key fumbles, the interceptions that he calls last season in the bins where he take it back to the house to change the whole aspect of that game. Jesse Bates is again this season been the best safety in the league damn near. Jesse Bates, the easiest signing that Terry Fontenot had to make his whole tenure here in Atlanta. Robert,
another big one. Big one is they're without Chris Olave. They really don't have much. Their only threat to me right now is Taysom Hill or
Taysom Hill. Philip, you
really
got
know.
to stop him, bro.
You got it. That's the only issue you got to stop right now, in my opinion, that I can think of at the moment. With even, with Chris Olave out, God bless him and that horrible concussion he had. Man, prayers up was up for him. But Taysom Hill is going to be a problem. That's the only thing I see as of right now. So we're going to have to put a hold on him and just play some dirty bird football, man.
Chat, let me know in the comment section, who is your MVP for Sunday? What is your keys to success to beat these Saints? Robert, while the chat goes active here about their keys to success, Robert, you've heard Cody, Philip, and I talk as well. How do you beat these Saints Sunday? How do you walk away 7-3 for the first time since 2016? How do you get this Falcon fan base believing in these Atlanta Falcons walking away Sunday with a very big W? How do you do that?
On the offensive side of the ball, there can be no mistakes, no turnovers, play good, fundamentally sound football. Whether you're passing or running, whichever 1-2 punch you want to hit them with, protect the ball. On the defensive side, force turnovers. Whether it be, making Derek Carr rush his throws, he's going to be without his top weapon. Now, Taysom Hill, yes, he's been our kryptonite in the past, but he's really the only weapon that Carr's got this week. We can force them to be as one-dimensional as we can. Just fundamentally sound football.
Speaking of fundamentally sound football, our quarterback, Kirk Cousins, with the midseason award, Comeback Player of the Year. Philip, we'll start with you, man, rotate around the table. Kirk Cousins winning the Comeback Player of the Year midseason. Philip, what does that mean to you as a Falcon fan to have your quarterback here in, week 9 now? Or week 10, headed into week 10. Man, the football season's going by, boys. Playoffs be here before we know it. Philip, Kirk Cousins, mid-season Comeback Player of the Year. Philip, your words on that.
Man, it's big. It's my first cousin doing his thing out there, dude. He's still doing his thing, man, and I don't see him letting up anytime soon. You had some people before the season started that was doubting him and wondering why we paid him so much. And you still have people sometimes in certain moments of the games or, whatever, just on social media, or whether sometimes I'm in the bins and I hear it. It's the crazy part. But he's still putting up, he's what? In a run for MVP as well, a little bit at the moment. He's in there somewhere close to it. He's top 5 in passing yards. I see he has 17 touchdowns at the moment, 17 or 18 touchdowns. This is why he's getting comeback player not year, but a mid-season comeback player. He's been doing, since the injury, he's came back and he's been doing his thing, man. He put up, 8 touchdowns on one team in 1 month, in one season as well. So, that's huge. And seeing the way he's playing, I don't see him letting up anytime soon. And this is why you're paying him what you're paying him and why he's your starting quarterback on the Atlanta Falcons right now.
Philip, Cody, Robert, I'm sure you guys could agree as well. You've seen Kirk Cousins last Sunday against your who do we play Sunday, man? I
Dallas.
forgot. It's the Dallas Cowboys. The
Cowgirls.
Cowgirls. You seen Sunday, Kirk Cousins took the helm of the offense and went out there, and it was damn near every play Kirk Cousins was giving an audible, giving a look of the defense, doing something, calling
Giving Belt
something
the
out.
ass.
Calling something out. Kirk Cousins has finally found his groove with this offense. Phillip called it there. You've seen it week in and week out. Kirk Cousins has shown why you paid him the big dollars, why he is your quarterback, and exactly like Phillip said, why he is your midseason comeback player of the year. Robert, your thoughts on Kirk Cousins, man? Midseason player of the year, winning that award. Your thoughts on Kirk Cousins and his performance here this season in Atlanta?
It's everything that we could have asked for. I mean, he's been a fantastic leader. The team has rallied around him. He's brought a good skill set. I mean, yeah, he's kind of up in years, but that's all right. The veteran leadership is what we needed more than anything. And in my opinion, he's worth every penny. He's more than deserving of this award. And if he's not considered for league MVP at the end of the year, it will be an absolute travesty.
As the ratings playing right now, you're absolutely right, Robert.
Yes.
Absolutely. Putting up 300 to 400 yards a game, 3 touchdowns, basing 3 touchdowns a game is crazy.
Yeah.
Most quarterbacks don't throw but for 2 touchdowns a game, maybe 3. Kirk Cousins, I think 3 of his games this season, he's for sure has over 4 touchdowns a game. Kirk Cousins is really cooking here in this Zach Robinson scheme offense. Cody, I know you're a big fan of Kirk Cousins, but just share your views here of Kirk Cousins winning that midseason comeback player of the year, something we talked about. We gave predictions before the season started, and we said that we thought that Kirk Cousins could be that guy to win comeback player of the year. Now it's midseason here, week 10 of the NFL, and you're hearing these rumors that Kirk Cousins winning the midseason player of the year, comeback player. Kirk, your thoughts on Kirk Cousins and his performance here in Atlanta and what he's done in just his short time here in Atlanta?
Yeah, no, man, Kirk Cousins, like Phillip said, has been worth every penny that we paid for him. Before the season started, before we had Kirk, Kirk was one of the guys I was pretty active about us getting going. I wanted, there were a few guys I wanted, but I honestly thought Kirk Cousins was the guy we should go get if the money was right. We paid him a lot, and I'll be honest, I thought, well, we paid quite a bit of money for him. For an older quarterback coming off at Achilles. And you know what? He's been worth it, though. He has been worth every penny that we paid, and I'm glad we went out and paid him. I don't know if the Falcons watch or, paid much attention to us, but I think that's something that, the three of us had all said that was Kirk Cousins was a viable option for this football team. I don't think any of us were like, no, Kirk Cousins, period. So Kirk is he's a breath of fresh air, man. I would say this is, coming off the 2 years with Marcus Mariota and Desmond Ridder, we couldn't have asked for a better bounce back. Like this is the best rebound that that I could think other than the Matt Ryan situation, in 2008. And it's just the facts. Kirk Cousins, he's not going to have the time that Matt Ryan had here, but if Kirk Cousins finishes all 4 years like he should here in Atlanta, which I feel like he will be here for the 4 years. He'll retire here. He'll retire Falcon. Honestly, guys, only in the 4 years that he's here, he's going to be the second best quarterback to ever put on a Falcon uniform, only behind Matt Ryan, if he continues to trend the way that he's trending.
First year playoffs is pretty big.
First year playoffs, and, the NFL did just leak its script that we're playing Kansas City in New Orleans for the Super Bowl, man.
Crazy.
Could you imagine Kirk Cousins coming in year one off an Achilles with a team that hadn't been to the playoffs since 2017? We hadn't been to the playoffs since
that's a good
forever,
headline.
Man. I'll say it just shows to Philip's point, it shows the leadership, the skill set, the ability, and he just makes this team better, man. Like, how many of us had actually paid attention to Darnell Mooney until Kirk Cousins started throwing the ball? I mean, it's the same thing that Matt Ryan did for guys like Austin Hooper. He did things for Harry Douglas. He did things, Roddy White wouldn't have been the wide receiver he was without him. Tyler Gabriel. I mean, Kirk just elevates the guys around him, and that is one of the biggest key components to having a good quarterback. I don't care if you got a big arm and you can throw it 85 yards down the field. If you can't elevate the guys around you like Kirk Cousins does, you don't have a good quarterback. And Kirk Cousins does the things. I don't know if anybody had heard the report where when we who's the center that stepped in.
Ryan
Newziel. Kirk. This is the kind of leader Kirk is. He went to the sidelines after something bad had happened a couple of weeks ago. I think it was during the Seahawks game. And Kirk goes to him. He goes, "Please tell me if I'm doing something that you're not liking, that you're not comfortable with. Tell me what I'm doing so I can adjust to you. Let me make you
comfortable." Well, it's the same, Cody, as him saying when I feel like I've told Kyle Pitts, when Kyle Pitts runs big and plays aggressive, he can be unstoppable. He said, when I feel like he's not doing that, I go over there and I tell him, you need to play big, you need to play physical. Kirk Cousins knows how to bring players out of certain people because he's been in the league for so long. Absolutely. Yeah,
absolutely. And even Bijan's talked about it hey, Kirk's old enough to be my dad, but at the same time, he brings out the best in me, even though, he's kind of, he's very, I think that's the thing that I love about Kirk the most is like, he's serious and he does the things that he does, but he's also got that, hey, we're a family. We're going to grow together. He doesn't take himself. Exactly. He just has fun. And you can tell that it's infectious to the team. And that's what you need.
Having fun while being serious at the same time.
Absolutely. And so for that, Kirk Cousins absolutely deserves the midseason comeback player of the year. I don't know if he actually gets a trophy or not for it. But if he's absolutely. And if he's not in the running for MVP and comeback player of the year, because I think honestly he should probably win both, especially if we get into the playoffs and do some damage. Kirk absolutely deserves to have both of those trophies in his case.
Man, what a crazy season it would be. What a crazy year it would be to see your team back in the Super Bowl. Falcon fans, hit that like button. Sterling Woods in the chat said, Kirk can win comeback player of the year, but we have to keep him protected.
100%.
Fun fact for you, Sterling Woods. I seen it sometime this week. The Atlanta Falcons graded number 1 in least quarterback hits this season. O-line has done phenomenal, even with the injury. So big shout out to Sterling Woods in the comment section, but even bigger shout out to the Falcons O-line, because when you protect a quarterback like you protected Kirk, that's how you get these months called Kirktober and Kirk's Giving, baby, because you have an O-line that can protect your quarterback. Falcon fans, hit that like button, leave a comment. Abno in the chat said, I predict ATL takes the dub 30-17, another sweep. Ooh, run a man. Another sweep in the NFC South. The Atlanta Falcons come away 7-3 Sunday. EQRC in the chat said, congrats, Captain Kirk. Falcon fans, hit that like button. We got a new topic, new subject coming at you. Should I say new segment here of the channel. It's going to be called Mega Biff's Mega Takes here. Mr. Robert's going to give you some key mega takes, some hot takes for the game Sunday. Mega Biff himself has hit on a couple of hot takes this season. So why not name this the topic after Mr. Robert, since this is what he does best. Robert, take the floor, brother.
Thank you very much. And just like the other content, you will only find this here on DFU. You will not find it on First Take. You won't find it from Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless can go suck a fart for all I care.
Stephen A. Smith is what I was compared to Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah, he can go pound salt too. Anyway, now that I've got that off my chest, gentlemen, thank you so much. Okay, my take for this week is, now that Marshawn Lattimore is gone to the Commanders, I think a lot of us are expecting to be pass heavy.
Yeah.
Which would make sense, but at the same time, we don't want to give the Saints any, we don't want to be too obvious.
Right.
With that being said, though, my hot take is we are going to see a huge game from Mr. Darnell Mooney.
Yes, sir.
Mooney!
And my prediction, my hot take is Darnell Mooney will have 125 yards receiving with 2 touchdowns.
Ooh, absolutely, dude.
Mooney.
I love it. Because Robert Mooney may have to step up Sunday with Drake coming off his injury that's been nagging him since the Sunday's game.
Exactly.
You bring a great point up with Mooney, which leads him to that next receiver 1 spot. He's played it before in the league. I seen a comparison. I wish I would have screenshotted. I got to get better at doing that. But Mooney has pretty much already made receiving wise and touchdown wise now in week 9 than what he did last season with the Bears all year long. Darnell Mooney has really took a step in this offense and has really been another one of your best signings this offseason was Darnell Mooney to the Atlanta Falcons. Falcon fans, that was kind of a under the radar signing, but we talked about Mooney being a sleeper pick here. Could you guys imagine what Rondale Moore was going to do with the Atlanta Falcons this season?
The speed behind him is crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, man, it made me sick the other day thinking about Rondale Moore
Because
with his season.
if you think about it, he would be in the role of Ray, and Ray's doing his job where he's at. He's been doing his thing. So, and that's not even knocking him down. But when I'm saying this about Rondale Moore,
why I say Rondale Moore is because you heard the hype of the connection that he had with Mooney and the connection that he had with Rondale was even stronger. I couldn't imagine what Rondale could have done with a Mooney, a Drake London. But that's the good thing of the game, man. You know, I don't know exactly how long Rondale will be out, but if you do happen to re-sign him next year, you have that potential next season here on the roster. Philip, we'll start with you. Give me a hot take, then I'll give one, and then Mr. Cody can close out this segment here.
We're going to follow up with Mr. Roberts right there. You know, instead of, with what he said about Mooney, I'm going to throw in Kirk Cousins throwing for 300 yards, having 4 touchdowns on the day against New Orleans Saints.
Yes, sir.
Another big game from Kirk Cousins. 4 touchdowns, Philip says?
4 touchdowns from my first cousin. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll say this is my hot take. Kirk comes away with 2 touchdowns because Bijan has a touchdown on the ground tomorrow, Sunday, and Tyler Algier sneaks in one in there as well. Both running backs go on the ground for a touchdown. Cody, hot take, brother, for Sunday. Let these Falcon fans know. We gave them 3 good hot takes so far, but Cody, can you wow us here over the top with a really good hot take?
Yeah, I've got one for you guys. So I need everybody to get real close here. This Sunday, the Atlanta Falcons score 7 touchdowns, 4 in the air, 3 on the ground. That's my hot take.
Dude, you wrote the scoreboard.
I'm going to go a little bit further here with this. Kirk Cousins hits 4 different wide receivers. I think Darnell Mooney. I think Drake London. I think Kyle Pitts. And I think Ray all get a touchdown. And then Tyler Algier gets 2. Bijan gets 1.
So this is the game. This is the game that the Falcons dominate that we've been waiting for all season.
7 touchdowns, right?
Let me do it.
This is the game. So this is a game that all Falcon fans have been waiting on. That all Falcon fans have been messaging me on Facebook about. When are the Falcons going to win by a touchdown or more? This is the game the Falcons solidified. So that's going to bring us to our next topic here on the podcast. And Philip, Robert, Cody, I haven't even talked to you guys about this, but I've been thinking about making a hotline here on the podcast. So for fans that are maybe traveling down the road, they can hit the hotline, call the number in, we hold it up to the speaker, answer their question. As long as all fans cooperate and use their manners online, because once you don't, we're blocking you and that's it. But that'll be something we do Sunday for after the game. It'll be Sunday's hotline here at DFU. We'll put the number up on the screen. You can call it. We'll talk about it here on the podcast. So stick around for that. Something new here on the podcast we wanted to do. But that brings us to our next podcast topic here tonight. Predictions for Sunday. Obviously, we will be live Sunday before the game, speaking our facts because we'll all 4 be at the house for this game, correct? Everybody's at home.
Sir.
So we'll be at home for this. We will be live before the game, bringing you your Falcon content, pre-game show. And then we'll have your Falcon recap show directly after the game.
The after party.
Stick around for that.
The DFU. God, I love that.
DFU After Dark.
DFU After Dark. Jeez. Guys, we got a lot of content coming at you, man. New segment, new videos, man. Hit that subscribe button. Tag a Falcon friend that doesn't know about DFU because, man, we're doing it big here at DFU and we want you guys to be part of this crew, man. So hit the subscribe button. Leave a like already if you haven't. We're talking Falcon football, man. There ain't nowhere else to be but here at DFU. Falcon fans, hit that like button. Cody, we'll start with you, man. Score prediction Sunday. You say it's going to be a blowout. What could that score be here for these Atlanta Falcons Sunday in New Orleans.
Now, here's the fun part, boys. So, obviously, 7 touchdowns mean that we're up 49 to something. So, I'm going to say we get in there. We've already scored our 49 points. The Saints are going to have 20. And here's going to be the cherry on top of all of it. Because what those punk bastards did last year to Kirk and the offense are going to go drive the ball. There are going to be 3 seconds left. We're up 49 to 20 at this point. And Younghoe Koo is going to kick a 35-yard field goal, and we're going to win this bitch 2 to 20.
Bitch.
That would make the day, dude. If Koo kicks a field goal when you're already up 20-something points.
Just to send a point. Send a message that this is our division, that this is our year. Not only sweep your asses in your stadium. We're coming back in February. We're coming back in February, and we're winning one in your damn house, and there's not a fucking thing you can do about it.
Ooh. Let me start next.
Philip, score prediction for Sunday.
I'm gonna feed off that energy, okay? Because here's the thing: every NFC South team that stepped up, we sat them down.
We
4-0. We are 4-0, and we started it off with you and your daddies over down in Tampa. We fixed to make this historic run 5-0, and we're gonna do it starting this Sunday, whooping your ass 35-10 in your house, baby. So that is not a prediction, that is a spoiler, and you better get on board with it. Love it.
Love to hear it, Philip.
Better get on board with it.
Badass.
Robert, what is your score prediction Sunday for these Atlanta Falcons in New Orleans? Philip and Cody with the blowout game here. Me and you may have a different take here on this, but I'll go after you, Robert. Score prediction for Sunday against these divisional, nasty South opponents, man. What do you got here for me?
Thanks.
Well, with the disarray that the Saints are in right now and the fact that they are dumpster juice, which they always have been, in my opinion, Cody kind of beat me to the punch as far as, score prediction. I think we're going to be starting a lot of drives after turnovers in their territory. We're going to score often. We're going to score a lot. My score prediction, 56-10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sweet revenge.
Yes.
Sweet revenge.
Lord, man.
And my only regret, gentlemen, is that Dennis Allen will not be on the opposing sideline to suffer this beatdown.
Well, we gonna be in that thing like little pig.
Y'all talking spicy tonight, guys. Chat, let me know your score prediction Sunday. Score prediction in the chat for Sunday's game. There's 9 live viewers. Hit the chat. Let me know your score prediction. EQRC says, wow. I hope so. I'll give you a score prediction. Chat, get active here, man. Let me know where your score predictions are for Sunday. 11 live viewers in the chat. Score prediction for Sunday. I will give you my score prediction. I say your Atlanta Falcons walk away 7-3. They beat I'm saying 7-3 is your record. You beat the Saints. You sweep the Saints. Taste that. Eating a W. Eating a W, as Darren Winston would say. Your Atlanta Falcons win 28 to their 10. You are NFC South champs, 5-0, undefeated. You're still sitting at your number 3 spot in the NFC. You possibly take 2 if the Commanders lose. So life's looking good, man.
Me after the game.
Obno said, damn, Robert. Facebook user, I wish I could see the name. It says, beat those Aints, ATL, 34, New Orleans, 18. Love the score prediction.
I love it.
Tag a Falcon friend if you're on Facebook. Tag a Falcon friend in the comment section. Guys, we've really hit on our topics tonight, but we can keep this thing rolling a little bit longer. It's only been 39 minutes here tonight. There's some more news here. The Atlanta Falcons rank already here in Week 10 in the NFL.
It was Mateo.
Yes, shout out to Mateo on Facebook. Mateo, tag a Falcon friend, brother. Get him here so they can see this Atlanta Falcon content.
Love that.
NFL on CBS with their score predictions say, or their playoff chances. NFL on CBS has for the NFC Detroit at a 99.9% chance of making the playoffs right now. Washington with a 99.5%. Your Atlanta Falcons at 93.5% chance of making the playoffs as the standing stand right now. Philadelphia at 88.5, Minnesota at 71.9, Green Bay 71.8, San Francisco 55.8, Tampa Bay 31.4, Arizona 29.1, New England. Let's see.
Get to the Panthers. I want to see theirs.
The Panthers have a 0.1% chance.
The
Saints
right here, 0.
The Saints have a 1.0%, and the New York Giants are 0.0%. Your Atlanta Falcons rank number 3 at a 93.5% chance of making the playoffs right now as it stands. Philip, talk about it, man. Chat, let me know your score prediction Sunday in the chat. Let me know what you think the score will be and who wins. Philip.
Yes.
Take it away, man. Playoff chances are high here at 93.5%. Philip, how we feeling, man? It's been well over 6 years since you've been in a playoff game. You haven't sniffed the playoffs in quite some time. Philip, talk about it.
You smell that, though? Do you smell what the Rock is cooking? We are whipping up a chance to have home field advantage, possibly in the playoffs, and a possible second or first seed. Just depends on if you keep winning or how you do it. You know what I'm saying? You're on a chance of doing something you ain't done in years. I'm ready for it. I'm all in. Give me my Falcons at home. First round of playoffs. Don't matter. You can give me who is it? Shit, you can give me Philly. It don't matter.
Green Bay.
Give me
Philly.
Green Bay. It don't matter. We all know what the last time we did to Green Bay in our own house in the playoffs. I mean, that turned into a little adult film there, a little spanking right there. I'm not too worried about none of these teams. The only threat I say we have right now is possibly Washington or Detroit. But then again, I like my team. Give me my Dirty Birds. We running this thing. Let's get it.
I think Detroit is your toughest opponent. I think we all could agree on that. Detroit is going to be the team to be heading into the playoffs. Robert, obviously, I mean, you've seen the power rankings here. Almost text here says still don't get why the Eagles are ahead of us in power rankings. Robert, you've seen the playoff percentage, 93.5% right now for these Atlanta Falcons. How's it feel, man? Being a Falcon fan, long-time Falcon fan, it's been a while since the Birds have been in the playoffs. 93.5% right now, Robert. How are we feeling about this team?
It feels good. It's nice to have some confidence. It's nice to have something to smile about. I mean, it's been, 7 years, and we could have went farther in 2017, I believe, and I'm going to call him out because, he's Texas' head coach right now, and Georgia just whipped him not long ago. But Steve Sarkisian's play calling, running jet sweeps at the goal line, we could have beat Philly, and I think we could have had that rematch with New England and probably took them down. But as far as this season goes, I mean, just a lot of people thought that hiring Raheem was a bad move. I think that he has matured. He learned from his time in Tampa Bay. He learned from Sean McVay with his time with the Rams. He is ready for this job. He has done superb. Barry's brought in some talent. It feels good. And honestly, if we come away with this win Sunday, which I have 100% confidence we will, might as well give us a 100% playoff chance because this division is ours. Just got to get the division, get a home playoff game. Anything can happen.
Smoking on that
Absolutely,
NFC South
man.
pack.
It's fun. It's fun times in Atlanta. Shout out to Mateo with the tag of Chris McCleaver on Facebook. Shout out to you, brother, for participating. He says ATL versus Baltimore Super Bowl. ATL versus Washington in the NFC champion, beating Dan Quinn to go back. Falcon fans. Dalton, get off the toe box. Get off the toe box. Child on the monkey bars over here. Falcon fans, hit that like button, leave a comment. Haven't been 6-3 since 2016. That is absolutely correct. The Falcons are making history here, man. History repeats itself, and that seems to be what's happening right now, man. Falcon fans are doing big things, and hopefully, you see these top rankings come out. And Cody, we're coming to you with the question about your Falcons and the percentage, but some of these rankings now, your Falcons are in the top 8, the top 6. Falcons are making noise now in the NFL. Teams are starting to notice. The league is starting to notice. The Falcons are a team.
Just
to
random
reckon
people
with.
on the street is noticing. You don't know how many people I have letting me know how good my team is doing. Like, thank you for acknowledging them. That's all I care for. But hey, you ain't got to tell me. I know. I'm here every Sunday.
Yeah, when you got other fans telling you, like, dude, Kirk Cousins is cooking this year, bro. Like, you're hearing this from other fans. You haven't heard nobody talk about your team in quite a while. So it is definitely a cool feeling. Cody, your thoughts, your Falcons, man, at 93.5% at week 10 to make the playoffs. How are we feeling about it, bro?
No, I mean that's awesome to hear, man. I would say I believe if you just keep doing what you're doing, you've obviously got a chokehold on this division now. This is the thing that bothers me because I was looking at the power rankings. You got Kansas City at 1, Detroit, Buffalo, Baltimore, Washington, the Vikings, the Eagles, the Packers, the Steelers, and then us at 10. Now, here's my thing. What has Green Bay done to be better than us? Did we not beat Did we not beat Philadelphia? Washington has looked really good with a rookie quarterback, but how long does that last? I understand Kansas City, even though we should have beat them, played them tough. We didn't get a PI that would have won us the game that we should have got. I understand the Detroit, man. Detroit is a really good football team right now, maybe the best team in the NFL, I think, possibly with, how well they're playing. But let's be honest, does Detroit really want to run into an Atlanta Falcon team that's rolling the way they're rolling? No.
In the words of Bijan Robinson, I think we are the best team in the NFC.
And Bijan Robinson himself is 100% right.
Right. Well, and this is that's all well and good, but I do have a gripe. What was the gentleman's name? Ryan Matthew, I believe was his name. Ryan Wilson. Yeah. Yes, I would say this is something that we should talk about. So he did his mid-season grading, gave Carolina a B+.
I don't understand that. What the fuck was he grading off of?
I'm not exactly sure. Gave Carolina a B+, gave New Orleans a B+, gave the Bucks a B, and us a C. What are you grading on? How bad? Are we doing this backwards? Like the lower the letter, the better. I don't know how to put this politely, and I'm going to try because we're in the South and that's what we do. We try to be polite. Bless your heart, I think is what is the white.
That's a Southern thing.
Yeah, I would say I believe that's how you tell somebody you're a fucking idiot without telling them that. So bless your heart, Ryan Wilson. There is no reason that you should have the Falcons graded at a C. We've got a Kirk Cousins who is literally the comeback player of the year right now, is definitely going to be in the race for the MVP. He's almost got this division wrapped up because when we beat the Saints Sunday, when you beat Carolina the last week of the season, when you go in and you pistol whip the Raiders in Vegas, when you kick the living bejesus out of the San Diego Chargers coming home here because they're not any good. I'm telling you right now that this Falcon team has got at least another 4 or 5 wins on its record. And I know that there were people, I sent out something to the radio station here 92.9 The Game, and was like, this Falcon team's a 13-win game, and people are like, yeah, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Are you kidding me? The way that this team is playing right now, this team could easily win out.
Why not us?
Who's going to stop us? Who on our roster? Let's look at who we got left. You've got the Saints, who are
the Chargers.
Trash. Then you go to San Diego, so then we go to Denver. Denver's not beating us.
Then you go to bye week.
And then you go bye week. Then you got San Diego here. San Diego's not the world beater that they had been, 3-4 years ago. Then you go to Vegas and play the absolutely not sure what the hell the Raiders are doing. Then you go, what is that? Then we go. I don't think we go anywhere after the Raiders.
Okay. So this is how you do it. You go to Denver, bye week, LA, which is the Chargers. Then it is Minnesota. Then it's Las Vegas.
It is Las Vegas.
And then on the 22nd of December, which I hope I'm there because it'll be close to my birthday. But anyway, it'll be the New York Giants. And then it's the Washington Commanders.
Right.
Which probably will be an interesting game as well. And then you have the worst team ever in existence. It is the Carolina Panthers at home.
So exactly. So you look at that roster. There are two teams.
You should be able to sit your team.
Yeah, and
you should be able to sit your team the last week.
Those are. There's two teams on that schedule that I'm kind of maybe sort of worried about. Washington and the Vikings. That's it.
But if you
everybody
can lose
else
only 2 games from then on out, you're looking at a 10-5 season or 11-5 season.
Yeah, easily.
That's still fucking nice.
Yeah, it's doable for this team the way that we're playing.
I heard angels when you said that.
I would say so. I don't want to hear this crap about we got to see it. I mean, what did you? Okay, so the only reason that I'm guessing that you're giving the Saints a B+ is because you fired their trash ass head coach. I'm not really sure why you would get a B+ for shipping off your best defensive player, not named Cam Jordan.
Still overrated, kind of.
Yeah, he's still overrated. Absolutely, I
He's
think
washed,
Lattimore was.
But for y'all, he was perfect for y'all.
You know, and then what are you grading Carolina's B+ on? Oh, you
to
might
get their first win after.
Well, or what? Because they're doing such a great job, possibly securing the first overall pick again. How'd that work out for you with Young? I don't think that worked out so great.
They feel
so get out of here with that crap. I was like, go ahead and keep disrespecting us. That's the thing. That's one thing that I love about the Falcons is that people. It's one of the things that I hate about being a fan and love about being a fan is that we as Falcon fans are sitting here knowing what kind of team we got, and you've got these idiots like Ryan dipshit whatever. Who's sitting here sleeping on us, giving us a C in the middle of the season. It's like, did you just watch the Seahawks game? Was that the only? That's got to be the only Falcon game this idiot's watched all year long. So I mean, that's like I say, that's one of the best things and worst things about this team is watching people sleep on us, and then at the end of the year, people go on, well, damn, where the hell did this team come from? And you're like, we've been here the whole time, and I love looking on people's faces when they see the Falcons, doing what we're doing, and it's just like I love it.
This here is facts. God, it's facts.
Getting the beef for signing Chuba for 4 years, we wouldn't pay Burn. Sheesh. Facebook user, shout out to Facebook user, say, rise up, fellas.
Let's see.
Go and get this dope Sunday hashtag we dat. Rise up. Shout out to whoever's that on Facebook, man. Tag a Falcon friend if you're on Facebook. Let them know
Jabri
where to watch DFU. Jabri Harper, shout out to you, brother. Tag another Falcon friend.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
sure Jabri, as well as a bunch of other Falcon fans that are down in New Orleans right now getting ready to party this weekend up for Sunday's game. Sterling Woods in the chat said, keep letting them sleep on us, Cody. Mateo Mateo in the chat said, get them, Cody. Arr.
Do me a favor, everybody that's in New Orleans, all the Falcon fans, do me a favor because it would make me so happy. If you're down there in New Orleans and you're walking past that garbage ass stadium, please take a picture. You give it at the finger and post it on my wall because nothing makes me happier.
Or post it and say hashtag DFU.
There you go.
That's what I want. New Orleans, take a picture in front of the dump and post the hashtag DFU.
And show them that we're number one.
Or just piss on it.
There you go.
You may go to jail.
It's basically a giant toilet anyway.
Yes,
DFU.
Just piss on it. I mean, it is what it is. Or just piss on them. Hell, it don't matter.
Fans, it has been a great 1 hour episode here of DFU. Facebook user said, I got you. Shout out to Jabri, man. Appreciate you, Jabri. Falcon fans, hit that like button, leave a comment, ring the bell if you haven't already, man. Philip, shout outs for tonight. Obviously, we will be back Sunday morning before the football game to bring the Falcons pregame show here at DFU and then immediately after the game. Philip, take it away tonight, brother. Great show here, episode 105 in the books.
Shout out to God himself, man. We are here another week. It's another Friday talking Falcon football. It's been a weird week, but hey, we're gonna move on and we're gonna focus on this game Sunday. You know, I'm focused on nothing but beating the Saints and just dog walking them, and just want to see them crying on social media. So I'm thankful for this team in general. It's fun to watch these guys again. Like, it's always been fun to watch them, but it's just so fun watching them when they're good and playing at the same time. It's a good time, man. It brings the best out of everybody, and it's just fun to see everybody react and have fun together while we're winning like this, man. So shout out to the Dirty Birds. Shout out to you three here, man. It's fun. We're all here for another Sunday. We're going to be here for another Sunday, but we are here for another Friday. Shout out to everybody in the chat right now and everybody that's going to watch afterwards. Shout out to you guys. We're doing this just because of you guys. This is for your pleasure, your entertainment and everything. So shout out to y'all, man, and rise up and let's get this win Sunday, man.
Yes, sir.
Need that.
Absolutely. Rise up, Phil. Appreciate you coming through tonight, brother. Get the dub Sunday no matter what it takes. Hashtag rise up. It's the slogan for this week. Cody, what's going on, man? Glad to have you here tonight. Shout out for tonight, brother. Glad to have you come through, speak your key factors of how the Falcons could win this game Sunday. If you're watching this after the live, leave a comment, man. Let us know how you like the new segments here at the show for Robert and Cody. Cody, shout outs for tonight, brother. Glad to have you here with us.
Yeah, man. I would say shout out to everybody, on stream watching now. Thanks for listening to me rant and rave this week. I would say I get up for this, man. Like, man, I get up for this game more than anything. I'll say there's only two things that have made me happier in my life than watching the Falcons beat the Saints, and that's marrying my wife and getting to watch Falcons every Sunday at home. So, this brings me a whole lot of joy. So shout out to you guys for watching. Keep liking, subscribing, share to other Falcon fans. We make this content for y'all. We bring it, the fire, the heat, the facts, the stats, for you guys. So, keep pushing that like button. Keep, get us in the algorithm, man. Get us out there. Shout out to you guys for coming on and, doing this, guys. I love coming on and talking Falcon football with y'all. I could go for another hour about how much, the Saints suck and how much we're going to dog walk them and, what a crybaby Cam Jordan is and what a dumpster fire that whole organization is and how trash the fans are and how gross Louisiana is and how garbage their state. Okay, never mind. We'll save the rest for Sunday.
I didn't hear anything wrong though.
I'll say, I appreciate it, Philip. I'll say, but shout out to the Falcons, man, for the ass whooping that they're about to put on the Saints. Like Philip likes to say, it's not a prediction, it's a spoiler. So, boys, I say it's hate week, boys. I am so ready.
They want more. Sunday. Let's give it.
They don't want this because we dat. When they ask who that, we dat. I'll say, but other than that, guys, rise up.
Rise up, Cody. As always, man, bringing the facts. Robert, a.k.a. Megabit, with us here tonight. Robert, glad to have you here for episode 105. Shout-outs for tonight, brother.
Shout out to you guys for letting me be a part of this. It means a lot to me. It's always great to talk Falcon football with you guys. Shout out to our viewers tonight. Help get us out there, like Cody said. We like doing this for you guys. We enjoy having you here. Without you guys, this isn't possible. Of course, shout out to the Falcons themselves. We gotta take care of business. And of course, as always, shout out to Brianna, Peyton, Zach, and Christy. Love y'all. Rise up and we dat.
Rise up, Falcon fans. Hit that like button. Leave a subscribe. Comment if you're watching this after the live video. We love talking to you guys after we're off the podcast, and we love to hear what your guys think and thoughts on what the game could be Sunday. So leave a comment of your score predictions and your hot takes for Sunday. Falcon fans, subscribe if you haven't already, man. This stuff is free, and it supports the channel the best way possible by just a click of a button. Leave a like, a comment if you haven't already. Those that have, we greatly appreciate y'all. Like I said, this podcast runs off of you guys, and without you guys, like Mateo says, we dat. Without you guys in these comments, man, the show doesn't go on. So we really appreciate you guys that are here in the live chats with us. Shout out to my awesome crew here at DFU. We're bringing you guys new content, new topics, new shows. It's going to be a new switch up here at DFU, so stay tuned, man. the road to 1K could get crazy here at DFU. So be a part of the ride with it. So subscribe to us. Mateo says Mooney 250 and 3 TDs. I love it. I love
Yes,
it.
sir.
Falcon fans, hit that like button, man. It has been a great episode here for you guys. Can the Falcons outrun the South? The answer will come to you Sunday after 4 o'clock afternoon. DFU will be live bringing you your Atlanta Falcons recap. Check us out Sunday morning with the live pregame show. It's your boys from DFU. As always, man, A-Town down, rise up. We up out of here.
Rise up.
Ow!